Me and my baby were just chilling.
Are you ready? You ready? You ready for tonight?
I'm not sure. I want to be in bed with you.
Really? You don't want to go to Elements?
No.
So
But we have to go though. I mean, it's gonna be. It's
what
gonna
about your Tanzanian people? You don't want to go see them?
Yani utanisamehe tu because yani ukiwa na Jux sasa unaenapi, in such a beautiful home. I'm chilling, matiti zangu hata mpaka zina you see? Coming out, yeah. Sasa nikuulize rate, twende ama tusiende?
We have to go.
Oh, anyways, we have to go because we told people we're going to be there. So, see you guys at Elements tonight. Let's party, buy bitches, ballers, everybody who has money and wants a good life. We're going to be there.
If they don't have money?
I mean,
no, they can come.
Come, we can wait outside.
Cheers.
Bye. Bye.
Hello guys, welcome back to Daisy Blog. If you are new here, thank you for joining us. Now let's dive into today's story. Free Juma Jux, his ex Huddah Monroe brings back their old video. Stay with me. Social media has found itself in another unexpected Juma Jux and Priscilla Ojo drama, and this time the person at the center of the conversation is someone from Juma Jux past. Kenyan solicit and influencer Huddah Monroe has resurfaced an old video featuring herself and the Tanzania singer. And if you are wondering why people are suddenly paying attention to a video that is several years old, well, it's about the timing. Juma Jux is now married to Nigerian actress and influencer Priscilla Ojo, and the two became one of the most talked about cross-border celebrity couples after their relationship went public in 2024 before eventually getting married in 2025. Fast forward to 2026, another relationship from Juma Jux past has suddenly entered the conversation. Huddah Monroe shared a throwback clip showing herself and Juma Jux sharing an intimate moment, and almost immediately social media went into detective mode. People started asking, why now? What is Huddah trying to say? Is this a coincidence? And then there was that hashtag, free Juma Jux. Now, this hashtag has already been circulating online before Huddah chose back video. Tanzania fans have started using it after Juma Jux appeared noticeable, slimmer, and particularly around his recent public appearance. Some fans jokingly claim that marriage has changed him and started calling for Jumas to be freed. Yes, the internet had officially turned a weight loss observation into a whole campaign. And then Huddah Monroe entered the conversation with an old memory. That was enough to send social media into overdrive because suddenly people were connecting dots that Huddah Monroe herself never publicly connected. Some users interpreted the post as a subtlet message to Juma. Others believed it was a possible jar at his current wife's Priscilla. But here is where we need to slow down for a second. Huddah Monroe did not explicitly mention Priscilla in the post. She did not say, I am talking about Priscilla. She did not explain why she shared the throwback. And then she didn't officially declare that her post was part of Free Juma Jux campaign. So everything beyond the throwback video itself is interpreted by social media users, and that's what makes this story interesting, because sometimes the internet does not need a person to say something directly. One picture, one video, one caption, or even an hashtag can change the whole story, and suddenly everybody has their own theory. But Huddah Monroe and Juma Jux actually have a history. The two were linked around 2022, and Huddah Monroe even appeared in Juma Jux music. Their chemistry in the promotional material was enough to make many people believe they were romantically involved. There were pictures, videos, there were public appearances, and at one point fans were convinced that Juma has found himself a new girlfriend. But later, Huddah Monroe described their relationship differently. When a fan asked about Juma's, she reportedly said that their relationship was simply a project that had ended. Juma himself also described Huddah Monroe as a friend and someone who had supported his project. So, whether they were genuinely romantically involved or whether part of what the public saw was connected to their entertainment work, the two clearly shared a history that captured public attention. And now, years later, that history has suddenly resurfaced. Of course, there is another reason why people are paying so much attention. Juma Jux is no longer single. He is married, and his wife is Priscilla Ojo, and their relationship has become a major entertainment story across Nigeria and Tanzania. So, when an ex or former romantic league suddenly posts a throwback involving a married celebrity, people are naturally going to ask questions. That's just how social media works. But there is another layer of this particular drama. Earlier this month, Tanzania fans were already flooding Priscilla's comment section with messages telling her to free Juma Jux. Some of those comments were reportedly connected to concern about Juma Jux's slimmer appearance. Priscilla responded to some of those comments, and Juma himself also addressed the conversation. So the free Juma Jux phrase had already been a social media joke before Huddah's throwback appeared. Then, Huddah Monroe's post arrived, and suddenly the old relationship was back in the spot. People began asking whether she was simply sharing a nostalgic memory or whether she knew exactly what she was doing. And honestly, honestly, there's a question only Huddah can answer, because social media user can interpret a post in a hundred different ways, but unless the person who posted it explains their reaction or intention, we're still dealing with this particular speculation. And perhaps that's the important thing to remember here. Don't confuse online interpretation with confirmation. A throwback video is a fact. The interpretation of where she posted it is the theory. The claim that it was directed at Priscilla is speculation. Those are three different completely things, and the internet sometimes merge all three into one story. Meanwhile, Priscilla Ojo has already shown that she isn't necessarily taking the free Juma Jux jokes too seriously. In fact, she reportedly even played along with the trend, adopting a Miss Free Jokes style reference on her Instagram bio. So what starts as fans talking about Jume's weight eventually become an entire cross-border social media conversation. Nigerians joined, Tanzania joined, Kenya's social media users joined, and suddenly a celebrity marriage became the subject of a hashtag campaign. But there is another interesting thing about Juma Jux himself. He has previously spoken positively about his marriage to Priscilla. In 2025, he describes himself as happy to have found the right wife and said he had no plans to take another wife. So, despite all the jokes and speculations online, Jux himself has publicly presented his marriage positive, which brings us back to Huddah. Was the throwback simply a memory? Was it a marketing move? Was it just an innocent post, or was it deliberately timed to join the conversation surrounding free Juma Jux? We don't know, and until Huddah says otherwise, nobody else can honestly answer that question for her. But one thing is certain, the internet has taken the old video and turned it into a fresh conversation. And now, everybody is talking about Juma Jux's past, his present marriage, and the woman who had once linked to him. One old video, one trending hashtag, and thousands of theories. That's social media for you. And perhaps the funniest part is that Juma Jux himself may simply be somewhere watching all of this unfold and wondering how an old video eventually become today's biggest relationship discussion. Was Huddah simply sharing a throwback memory, or do you think the timing of the post and the free Juma Jux trend is too much for a coincidence? And mostly importantly, do you think Priscilla Odo should even respond to this kind of social media drama? Let me know what you think. But remember, until the people involved actually explain their intention, we are discussing interpretation, not confirmed facts. One thing is certain though, Juma Jux's past has just collided with his present, and social media is absolutely loving the drama. So guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends and family. And also follow us for more.